Fan-based football shows are all the rage in the UK. But what about North America? A multicultural hub that includes football fans who are just as passionate about the beautiful game than our European counterparts. Indeed, at the end of the day, we're all riding the roller coaster of emotions each weekend. So why shouldn't our opinions matter? This show will feature ardent supporters of every club in the greatest league in the world, the Premier League. And unlike the other manufactured banter you see online, this is 100% real. This is After the Match TV. ATM Fan TV, Zippy, Man United fan. Why Man United?
It was just a spur of the moment, kind of random pick. I was playing FIFA one day. I didn't know much about soccer or anything, and then I just stumbled upon this team. Actually, at first it was Arsenal, and then I watched a Man U game, and then I liked the way they played and went with them, rolled with them.
Who was your favorite player? When did you first support them? Actually,
2005.
Right.
2005, and then just I didn't even know much about them. I just watched the odd game, and then who was my favorite player back then? When I started,
Giggs.
Giggs was still kind of lightening up. Van Nistelrooy was still there for a little bit. I think Rooney. I liked his work ethic.
Right.
He's just and he's still playing with that work ethic.
Yeah.
Not like guys you see now.
Well, speaking of how they're playing now, 0-0 at the weekend with Wolves. What did you make of Bruno Fernandes' debut?
So. I mean, he's working with what he has. It's been there for 2 days, whatever, training. I mean...
2 shots on goal and a yellow card.
Yeah, so he's getting involved. It's okay getting a yellow card. There's nothing wrong with that.
But he's had 12 this season, though.
Yeah, so, we need that chippiness.
Right.
We had that last year with Ander Herrera, and we just let him go. And you need that in your team where a player has a guy has the ball, and you're worried about this guy. Oh, is he gonna snap you or take you down? And we don't have that intimidation anymore. So maybe this guy can bring a little bit of that intimidation.
One could argue that you already had a player similar to Fernandes, but he doesn't want to be there.
Who?
I think you know who I'm talking about.
Pogba.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he doesn't really even have that in him. He I don't know what he has in him. Every game it's something different. He can be fabulous one game and then terrible the next game, and then all the reporters are ripping him, and then next game he's wonderful. Oh, he's Ballon d'Or contender. So I mean, he's inconsistent, unfortunately, but he doesn't have much to work around with either.
Is he injured?
I think he's injured, but to what degree, I don't know.
Right.
He came back for that one game, and then he was off jet setting to France again. So I don't know.
You talk about who you let go. Herrera went back to Athletic Bilbao.
No, went to PSG on free.
PSG. You did sign Odion Ighalo from Shanghai.
Yeah.
£4 million for the loan for the season, and you're paying a portion of the £300,000.
Yeah, 100,000 we're paying.
Yeah. Now, you were linked with a whopping 120 players, I believe, on transfer deadline day, and just some of them strikers. Actually, you made a last minute bid for the Southampton lad Danny Ings, and from what I've seen, Olivier Giroud as well. Are you happy with bringing in Ighalo? Who would you have liked to see, and what positions as well?
So, January's hard because you're right in the middle of your season. You don't want to let a guy go unless he's really disgruntled. It's hard to bring in guys in January. You're going to overpay. So who would I like to see? It's hard to say because you don't know what you're going to get. Because you bring them in January, so really they got February, March, April, a little bit of May. You don't know how they're going to perform. So I mean, I like the loan because it's just another body up front. Greenwood, he's got it, but he's still young. He's still learning, just like Rashford was. So I think just another body is okay. You can leave Greenwood on the bench for a game. You don't have to play him every game. Martial, if you want, you can have him on the wing with James on the wing and leave that guy up front. So I mean, it kind of gives another option.
Well, Ighalo is proven in the Premier League, and some can argue that he went to China for the money.
Yeah.
So
Don't blame him.
are you expecting big things from him? And are you expecting big things from Bruno Fernandes as well?
Yes and no. Yes for Bruno Fernandes. No for
Igalo.
Igalo. It's just a loan. I don't think it's a loan to buy. I don't know if that's in the contract at all.
I think
so it's
yeah,
not
no
like
option to buy.
it's not like it's a I'm gonna impress so I can sign. It's kind of just I'm gonna play right now and see how it goes. Fernandes, it was the Portuguese league, so you know that's a different style of play. It's different level of competition. You know, Premier League, it's a whole nother animal. You know, you're playing some of the best players in the world week in, week out. Defenders are gonna let you know they're there. They're not gonna take you lightly. So he's got to hopefully figure it out pretty quickly. You know, it can't be a settling in period because we're battling right now against teams we shouldn't be battling against.
Well, you mentioned that Man United need a certain type of player, and that we haven't seen since the Ferguson days.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned you don't have much hope for Igalo because he's here. He doesn't have anything to, you know. He's probably here for the fame and the money. He doesn't have a reason to impress.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, Ferguson would get rid of a player ASAP who didn't want to be at Old Trafford, who wasn't ready to put in a shift. You know, the likes of Massimo Taibi, Juan Sebastian Veron, Paul Pogba were let go.
Yeah.
Because they didn't meet a certain criteria.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess if I was to ask the question, where did it all go wrong? Because to me, Old Trafford, when I grew up watching Man United, Old Trafford was a fortress.
Yeah, it was.
Going to Man United was intimidating. Like going to Anfield now.
Yeah.
So, what needs to change?